My late husband passed away when our daughter Nellie was just 5 years old. I had her young, at 17, and for years it was just the two of us. When I married my current husband, Benz, Nellie was 10. For the first 5 years of our marriage, I made it very clear that my focus was on Nellie, and I wanted to make sure she never felt abandoned or replaced. Benz had expressed early on that he wanted children of his own, but I asked him to wait until Nellie turned 18. I wanted to make sure she had my full support through her formative years. He respected that, never complained, never pushed, and embraced his role in her life with understanding and kindness. He knew he wasn't there to replace her father, and he honored that boundary. Even my late husband's parents welcomed Benz. They respected him for the way he supported Nellie and our family. At Nellie's wedding, she even gave a heartfelt speech thanking Benz for being an amazing stepfather and for never trying to take her dad's place. It was emotional for all of us. Then, not long after the wedding, everything changed. Out of nowhere, Nellie cut us off. No fight, no explanation, just silence. She told us she never wanted to see us again. We were shocked and heartbroken. Despite how much it hurt, I asked my late husband's parents to keep supporting her and not pressure her to reach out. Over the years, she had 2 children. We made efforts to reach out in the beginning, but after a couple of years of being completely ignored, we stopped trying. At that point, we decided to let go. During this time, Benz and I had 2 children together, a daughter who's now 4 and a son who's 3. Benz was overjoyed. He'd waited so long to be a father, and now he finally had the family he'd always dreamed of. Then last Sunday I got a message from an unknown number. It said I might be hearing from my daughter soon and that they hoped I'd be smart enough not to let her back in. I didn't know it at the time, but it was her husband. Shortly after, I got a call from my former in-laws. They told me Nellie's husband had cheated on her and left her for another woman. She was now alone with 2 young children. I was stunned. He always seemed like a devoted partner. I asked my ex-mother-in-law to let Nellie know that I was thinking of her and wished her the best. Not long after, Nellie reached out. The first thing she said wasn't "hi" or "I'm sorry," or any acknowledgement of the years of silence. She just said, "Mom, I don't know how I'm going to take care of my kids alone." I asked her what she expected me to do about that. She said she needed financial help. I honestly laughed. I was just so stunned. Then she said, "Your grandkids just lost their father, and you can't even be bothered to care." That's when I got angry. I stayed calm, but I told her flat out, "You cut me off. For 6 years you never called, never explained, never even introduced me to your kids. I don't know them. I have no emotional connection to them. And it's heartbreaking, but the way I feel about them is the same way I'd feel about the kids of a celebrity I read about online. Distant, disconnected, and unfamiliar. That's not what I wanted, but it's what you chose." I asked her why she cut me off. She couldn't even give me a reason. I told her that I've never judged someone for cutting off a parent if they needed to for their mental health. But that goes both ways. Adults are allowed to walk away from relationships that harm them. If she can cut off her mother, I can choose not to let someone back in who only reaches out when she needs something. I told her I have a life now. I have a husband and 2 young children. I'm not willing to open that life to someone who may disappear again the moment things improve. I told her not to call again. So, Aita, for not giving my daughter money and refusing to help her after she cut me off for 6 years.